There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyssopelagic zone. Alright, nothing town to fuck all borough. Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over. The song of death is sweet and endless. But like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a... This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap! It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie. With 4 or 5, the blades come squeaking to a halt. The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The switch must be broken because a terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact. Little black spots dance on your retinas. It's almost... The lights are off again. The lights, the lights, the lights, the lights. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fit, hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of... With all the synapses you've extinguished, it's a miracle you can even think this sentence. You've interrupted a true act of self-annulment here. As you slowly reach your hand... Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have... What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here it looks like a cadaverous spasm. You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive, for now. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now. It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir. Okay, cool. I won't. First, I have to ask, are you okay, sir? You look like you're about to throw—
She's right. Something wants to come out through your mouth. But you can keep it down because your body does not control you.
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. Unofficial couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
The words have already left your mouth.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? No. You see, that's not what you said. You said, come on, man. Pretty, please. One more time. Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you? Okay, that's cool. Or if I can just maybe ask you to elaborate on that superstardom a tiny bit. I have certainly been entertained. Thank you. Whatever you are, it's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
You should pick that fat, juice, who, how,
There is nothing. Only ever, never, an inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives that can Yes, it is. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon... I know you do, baby. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. All right, nothing down to great choice, Elder One. It has always been like this, and it always will. The song of death is like a fly to the ointment. Your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth. I know that a fiery streak penetrates your...
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice can name a motor carriage. window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right, more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it? This person also forced the drinks on you. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up. The window stands broken in it. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flick. It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. The Whirling in Rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented. A mirror hangs above. Was this not the same Elon that founds empires and lays waste to... Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there. As you slowly abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding for quite a long, still ongoing. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. The switch must be the lights are on. A mirror hangs on the wall, covered in steam. Really? As you slowly abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Whatever it is, at least it's dead now. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? There might have been, 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now. It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made for Revachol, your city. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression. You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness, aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice Kanema. Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Le Million's regional mega hit. Some 20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you. Or it doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne cork smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the... The young woman raises a silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
No.
The young woman shakes her head. Officer could be an artistic statement, a claim to official renown.
No, you're a police officer, sir. I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. Could it be because of the drinking? Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
She looks back at you.
Goodbye.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door does not care. This door can only be opened with a key or from... Still no answer. Still nothing. Still nothing. Still, this door can... The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. A man in his late 20s stands behind. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real...
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Yes, you are. A real decker. What did you not do? First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike. You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to. No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria. I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie, 10. She just, you know...
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is.
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but what?
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, the body is still...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice.
where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down. After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him.
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. Do you want me to brief you? Three days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said during that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pine, a security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled using a device of some sort. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizens Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet Its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
That's right. I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. Then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a...
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely overplays its hand. Strike, coup, revolution, it's brigand...
You feel something rising through you. A familiar feeling. An opinion taking form.
Politics is habit-forming and hazardous. It is also irrelevant to
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Good. Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? What do you mean? I have no idea what...
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material, but this isn't an old school case.
What? Think? I do most of my work.
The lieutenant produces his small... We all have our different mediums. His is written.
No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow.
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse.
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a... The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul.
a point of pride to him.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
I guess you don't need glasses, then. That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Are they?
You could use a good, normal peer yourself.
Good. Let's change the subject.
No response. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your...
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Try work, the case at hand. It can work miracles. Not a fan. It's just the nature of...
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you...
Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire...
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted? What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again? 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received... During that time, the victim had been stripped of his... Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted to know? Good. Excuse me? Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. I cannot... That's good. Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have... Please do. We wouldn't want your regiment to spill over...
The lieutenant is pretty sure self-care is just a euphemism for nihilistic binge drinking. The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops...
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Fantastic.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while...
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes...
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt in your... Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the...
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style, unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella.
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this. Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number.
thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. Good for you. Was there something else? I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone...
Did the debarders themselves tell her this?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him!
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
One moment you're running like the wind, then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why? That's true, yes, and it's worrying. But let's not fixate on it. Look at that stupid bartender instead. He has no idea what's going on. You and your fuck you...
Watch out!
Everything goes dark.
Back so soon. It was no accident. Those were disco moves from your spinal cord. The spinal cord has yet to reveal itself to you. It's me. If it comes off like that, I was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you are?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Are you okay?
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw. Very, very bad. This is the end. All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased super...
There never ever an inordinate amount of time. Yes.
An awareness creep.
Ex-love. Do you really?
You wouldn't like it if I told you.
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Somewhere in the sorb, like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth. A fiery streak penetrates your skull.
Somehow, you know what it is. You hear a jingle. It says, the word. This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One end, a terrible mistake. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Little black spots dance on your retinas. It's all the blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. What you have in your hand is a true... The young woman raises a silver jumpsuit falls.
No.
The young woman, officer, could be an artistic statement.
No. You're a police officer, sir. Okay, cool. I won't. Okay?
Whoa. Something wants to come out of you. A bit of vomit?
Sir, you've been here, couldn't say.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something. The words have already left you.
No. You see, that's... Come on, man. Pretty please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
She looks back at you.
Goodbye.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened. There is no answer. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is indifferent to your loneliness. The world does still no answer. This door can only be... This door... That was disdain in his eyes. Even now...
Oh, No, no.
Could the massive property damage...
Am I? Or did you ride in? Oh, it's not. You're right. It's not.
Looks like this is the Great Skua.
Look, your buddy... Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you.
No, I'm not the that period of... I have 3 cafeterias to manage. She just... you know.
His eyes dart from left to right.
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them more.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait.
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Why the yelling, man?
Looks like a Sow descendant. A lot of Sow dock workers around.
Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer? Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait, that's the name of my employer.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
Good. Then you understand.
For one, I can get... Thank God, no.
The worker stares at you. His eye...
I don't know what you're talking...
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head... A bespectacled man, as you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi.
You realize he is waiting for your name. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little skidding.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days.
No, I don't think so. We should ask him for a rundown of the... It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest. And then just... Right. And the interviews? Good. But even... Have you removed the dead body? Sure. But did you take it down from the tree? Completely. Does that mean you took the body down? Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? So, the body...
This is the first...
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. We all feel that way sometimes.
And then, soon after...
But first, I was sent here to meet I suppose you could be...
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is, he's not from the rat squad, and isn't...
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job. Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCA. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage. But again, it's none of my... You mean you don't have a badge? Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my short... I can see you drank last night. If you need something for your headache...
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is the best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine. They won't have that. So cigarettes will have...
After you, officer.
Lieutenant...
The man...
Mr.
Yes?
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Are you kidding me? It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like...
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are...
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene.
No, I only just...
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where?
What, of Martinez?
But you still know your way.
Yes.
I didn't imply that.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask you. His face expresses profound. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions.
Behind this building, there's a... That's easy. See that door?
This man means the
I don't know.
This is it.
Oh, the locals.
Did the debarders then?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's...
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security...
The lieutenant turns the page in the
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing... Okay, you got me. She went away...
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching. What?
That's good. But there is a timetable for this investigation, dictated to us by the stages of decomposition, and it says we need to move on.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Let's go.
Street cred, you owe me money. You owe this establishment 130 real. 20 real comes to 60 real. Window was the first, and actually more, but you can't arrest.
Did someone order a vague, farcical reading of the law? More than one pops into your head.
Ha! What in the name of God? Okay. I know what is going on. And, okay, I'll call your station. What did you say it was?
41.
I'll call them for recompensation for the room. But you still owe me 70 for the drinks and the window. And I do not think women are mentally inferior to men. The ledger does. The ledger has a memory. The drinks are non-negotiable. There's no way your station will pay for them. Fine, I'll take it off the bill. You want to sleep in a post-apocalyptic shithole? Go ahead, but I'm not giving you another room. No, not cool. You still owe me 30 for the drinks. If you don't have it by tonight...
That's enough now, sir. Good day.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. Why did you say that?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place? A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here. Of course. What can I help you? Of course. Where to? Oh, that's right.
She's relieved someone has come for it. Finally.
What do you mean? We're in Martinez, sir. This intersection is called There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, the harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the just coast. There's a
rows of stalls under a broad roof where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water.
I don't know. The abandoned kind? It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez. No problem. Me? I am just a gardener. I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. Well, as you already know, there's a cops that...
Don't worry, miss. We are...
Of course. I won't...
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is vapor emanates from the... This must be the infernal machine that... In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the frequency tableau lights up the soft purr of electrical kittens.
This is Precinct 57. Hello.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st.
The man uses relay code. You got this.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. 10-18, state your message, sir.
But you said... never mind.
10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious...
10-22, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs...
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Oh, you mean your partner?
What is he saying?
He's asking who he...
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Dietmar.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fiction. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before.
Oh, goddammit.
Satellite Officer Dietmar is wondering.
Mullen dicked us.
He's asking you to stop.
Of course it's serious.
Satellite Officer Dietmar concurred. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please stop.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your...
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for...
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost.
Sergeant Person wants to know if you lost your...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's gone. It's not...
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Lying? Over the phone? It's easy. Just say it like...
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find...
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over. Okay.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated and keeps us...
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
10. No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over. 10-4.
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days.
For God's sake, cut this shit out!
Sir, satellite officer. So, was there anything else?
What? What is it?
He wants to verify the information.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen. Tell him to stop waiting.
What do you need, sir? Over. Understood, sir. Over. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want?
He's asking for money.
Is he fuck?
I don't think he...
Don't give that asshole anything.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it's important to...
He isn't getting a...
Request denied, sir.
Nothing is working.
He says he's in trouble.
Well, I guess it better...
Vigmar said... He said... It's okay.
What is he saying?
Did you want anything else, sir? Many of your colleagues are also...
He's trying to keep you from further embarrassing yourself in front of your colleagues.
He terminated the connection. I guess he was in a hurry.
The radio falls silent and lifeless. The communications...
What was that? It's okay, detective. We should get on with our tasks. Work always helps me center myself. Now, anything...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Received.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the... Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it. Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of a particularly challenging...
Nothing you can say would make you... Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by. You hear a jingle. It says, whirling in rags. The whirling in rags. This fan has two chain pull switches. One a terrible. It's just a little black spot. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach. You reach out to grab the tie. But what's this? This for quite still on. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat. This fan has 2 chain pull switches. The blades come squeaking to a halt. You reach out to grab. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking. It says, the Whirling in Rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast. This fan has 2 chain pull switches. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easy. You swoop up and catch the tie. What you have in your hand is a... The young woman. A silver jumpsuit falls off the officer.
No, I am, yes. Unless you've been here. Couldn't say.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard. She nods.
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer.
The words have already left your mouth.
There's a mercenary out back. I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer.
The words have already left your mouth.
No, come on, man. Pretty please. Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you? Okay, sir. I have to ask. Do you really not remember? Just like that? You drank so much you lost. I'm sorry. It's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
The door is closed. This door, there is a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody, the door is closed. Still no answer. A bespectacled man, as you approach, he
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsu.
You realize he's waiting for your name. Concentration makes you...
Okay, then. It looks like...
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up.
No, I don't think so. We should have... It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are... Okay. We'll have you remove the dead body. So,
this is the...
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go... But first, we have to take it after you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation...
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do? Then you are not that far behind, actually. 3 days ago, the RCM... During that time, a security to find... There's a strong prejudice against... That's us.
The RCM, or the...
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find a killer. That... You mean like a brief? There's no 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received... During that time, the victim... Okay, then. Was the... No. The DC... I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know what? No. Something isn't happening. Because it's...
So desperately mundane. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational. Too morally complex. You should convince him.
I'm afraid you don't know. I assumed you were in on it. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Good.
One you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. Ah, if you insist. That's correct.
That makes him a Beano-clad. Completely uncopped material.
I can assure you, detective, that I've passed all the required...
You may not remember taking any little tests. The thing is, the RCM employs relatively few oxen. It's clear that what the lieutenant may lack in musculature, he makes up for in other ways.
Just because your precinct has a reputation for cracking skulls doesn't mean that's because I'm half Seolite. I don't speak a word of... No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has
something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like... The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain...
What do you mean? I have no idea.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
I can't say that it...
The lieutenant produces his... We all have... You're super lucid, yet psychedelic.
Good. Let's change the subject.
No response. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you tried
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your...
Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama...
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted? Excuse me? Frankly, detective, you're in a deranged state. I can't let you proceed without close supervision. In fact, under normal some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-doomite. It's important not to let one style...
The lieutenant is pretty sure, is it not? On the counter, rolled out of his open hand. The man does not mind.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored...
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns and operates the harbor. Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor.
You gently shake his shoulder, but not... A man.
Mister.
Yes?
I am Kim Kitsuragi.
What? I have no idea what that means. What is this, a joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police?
Sir, I understand your concern.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to...
No, I only just got...
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact...
You said you just...
What?
But you still...
Yes.
I didn't imply...
He probably means this is where you step in. His face. Ask him about the body's location.
She went...
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Does she? Maybe she does. Maybe she pertains to the apocalypse.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. What?
That's good. But there is a timetable.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over...
Behind this... That's easy. See that door there? First you exit...
This man means that...
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's you.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up.
Oh, the locals.
Did the debarders themselves?
I don't really know. I would suppose it's because...
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged. What are you?
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard. The prey drive said.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I don't appreciate this. What is... Do I have to answer him? Is this...
The lieutenant stands motionless. His expression unreadable.
What are you, an idiot? I told you I haven't killed anyone.
He ignores you.
What are you, crazy?
Suddenly you tense up. Blood.
No, I did. Do I have...
The lieutenant.
What are you?
He ignores you. The lieutenant turns the page in the...
No, I'm not the bartender. I hope it is.
Let's go.
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 130 real. Oh, you don't owe me shit.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember? But you see...
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, let's see. Another thing you've annihilated is half the... What are you, brain damaged? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like... Are you serious? From your work? I don't know.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
For survival, to pay me. Unless you... If you run out of money...
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
Did someone order a vague, farcical reading of the law? more than one.
Are you trying to frighten me now? What is this? Fine, fuck this. I'll do it myself. I'll call your station. What was it, 41? Fine, I'll take it off the bill. You want to sleep in it? The ledger does. The ledger has a memory. The drinks are non-negotiable. Don't thank me. You still owe me 30 for the drinks.
That's enough now, sir.
By the way, where is... But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. You don't really know, do you? A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay. If you run out, you can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time.